to Paida Moyo, and he's going to be telling us a little bit more about his competition or rather his writing competition that he has started, and how that has been going up until this far, and how more people can basically engage in that, as he is a self-taught writer and creative non-fiction stories and poem teller, and his writing basically carries a voice for women, children and underprivileged people in various communities, or global wide, to basically put it that way. So if you want to engage with us and be a part of this, and also know a little bit more how the writing competition basically works, and you want to engage, do send us a WhatsApp on 061 862-1065, or alternatively you call 021-448-5450, or just send an SMS to 32158. SMS costs R1 and free SMSs do not apply. So right now I'll give it over to Paida Moyo, and he will basically elaborate a little bit further on this initiative. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I hope I pronounce your name correctly, though.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. Yeah, you tried. Paida Moyo.
Paida Moyo. Yeah, okay, sorry, I do apologize.
No, you got it right there. Paida Moyo basically means the love of my heart. And the love of my heart is writing, children, and to speak about women. My mom is the one who really inspired me, and I learned a lot from her. So.
Okay, so if you can maybe elaborate a little bit more and tell us a little bit more about yourself, and also how the reading, as you basically mentioned right now, that is your love is for reading, so how that all got started. Okay,
I'm from Zimbabwe. I was born 36 years ago. I've got 5 siblings. My 2 brothers, one is living here, the other one is in Zimbabwe, and my 2 sisters. My mom was practiced polygamous marriage. My father had 3 wives, and my mom is late. She just passed away in June.
Our condolences.
No worries, man. Thank you. The thing is, I was a slow starter, if I could say that. I only started knowing how to write my name and my surname when I was at the age of 11. And my mom is the one who was always teaching me. She was always on it, and practicing, reading books and stuff like that. And she was telling me that one day you are going to write a story about this family. I just thought that she was just saying, but because I could not write my name, and writing about our family was the fact that it was a polygamous marriage, and it has got a lot of challenges and stuff like that. So then at primary school, my mom was always coming for school activities, and I missed my father there, because I really wanted to have them both with me. But my mom was the only one who was coming, like when I was acting in school, like school dramas and stuff like that. So, yeah, I was winning also prizes. Yeah, I remember in 1996 when I was in grade 7, and then in 1998 when I was doing Form 2. Then I moved to South Africa. That was in 2008. Lived on the streets, feeding on the beans, and from well-wishers. So, life on the streets of Cape Town, it's not good. It's really, I don't wish it on anybody. But on the streets of Cape Town, I really met the people who stay in the streets were so full of love and encouraging. And one of them was saying to me, "You don't belong here." So I thought maybe it meant I don't belong here as you don't belong in South Africa. But it meant you don't belong in the street. You must be there in the houses there. You are like a candle. And when it's lit, it doesn't have to stay under the bed. It's for everyone to see. Then I was just saying, come on, man. It's really nothing to do with me, the way he's joking. I just need a job or something like that. But then life happened. I moved from the streets of Cape Town to Samora, Samora Machel, where I was living in a walkie. It bent also. And then I moved to the townships from I mean, from township to township, Danuna, Kailicha, Mitchell's Plain, and the places of like Pacific there. So then in 2012, I managed to buy myself a laptop. Then I started like writing a paragraph. So when I wrote a paragraph, I just got into the moment. I got carried away. Then it became a chapter. It becomes then another chapter, 3 chapters. Then I said, okay, cool, man. I think I'm gonna go somewhere with this thing. Then I sent my mom the 3 paragraphs the 3 chapters that I'd written. Then my mom said, like, we really have a story, Paida. You really have to finish this thing, So she was my number 1 fan. So she always referred it to, how is our masterpiece going? How is our masterpiece going? So our masterpiece was finished in 2017, last year. And I approached so many traditional publishing houses, been being turned down, and some people advising me to go self-publishing. It really needs cash, which I'm not really in a position to, I'm not having enough cash to do that, to get it published. So that did not stop me from writing the second one. So I've got 2. The first one is called Cheap Dead Dog Blanket. And it's basically a moving story about Zimbabweans moving from their country to South Africa. I thought it was a Zimbabwean story, but when I was sharing it at Scalabrin Center of Refugees, they said to me, this other guy from Rwanda, he came to me and said, why are you telling our story? Then I said, what do you mean? He said, this is our story we are talking about. I said, but I just thought it's for Southern African people and stuff like that. So no, we all have left home and we can really relate with whatever you're saying. That was back in 2013. He said, keep on, my brother. And I said, okay, thank you. So the second one is called Ela Gweja. It's like the follow-up to that one. So Ela Gweja speaks of how a person can make it living honestly. Like it's kind of people just think that when you're a foreigner and if you make it, it's because you're doing it through drugs or other illicit activities. But myself and other my friends that I've been living with on the street, we have really made it so far. And sorry about that. And some of them are CEOs, some of them own their own companies. And the thing is, we could just see that it was through hard work and never giving up. So now I started writing poems also. Most of my poems, they are motivating people and they motivate children, and it's got a voice for women and stuff like that. Well, my strength in the voice for women is that I grew up with my mom and my sisters. I started knowing how hateful it is for a guy to cheat on a woman. When I was seeing my sisters crying, like when they were like, they thought that I'm sleeping, and now they are all tears and, comforting each other, like, oh, yeah. So I was really feeling it like this. I really don't wish it to. I want to be that kind of a guy. And also, like, when I was looking at the way my father was treating my mom, it was not so well. And, I grew up fearing him instead of respecting him and loving him. Anyway, I learned to forgive him as I have been growing and understanding life now. Like, okay, sometimes maybe you didn't have a choice because of the culture thing and all the things that come when you're not educated. So that's where I get my strength. And also, like, I'm married, so I really know about women. I've got a daughter also. And so the thing is, that's how I can speak with an authentic voice when it comes to women. And when it comes to children, I've got 2 children of my own. Our first boy, Kodzi Gerald, is turning 16 in December. His sister actually is turning 8. And the thing is, we so relate well with my boy. This other time when I was watching, I was going on through his Instagram account, he had said, my dad is my bro, I was so...
So you definitely an inspiration to your children as well.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate the story that you've told, and to basically have that.